Hey, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So in the previous video, you have seen that we have discussed some questions of exercise number 1.1 and I asked you that if you are commenting, we will make another video for the remaining questions also. Then what we are going to do is that today we are going to study about or to learn about the next topic, that is about the properties of integers, especially in the case of addition and subtraction. So we can say that properties of addition and subtraction. Like how to add and subtract, we already know how to add and subtract two integers, but in this video we are going to study about the properties of addition and subtraction of integers. In grade 6 might be you have studied about the properties of addition or subtraction in whole numbers, but in this time, as you are studying this chapter integers, so you are going to study about the properties of addition and subtraction for the integers. Now let's see. The first property is closure property. Closure property. The first property is our closure property. What does this closure property says that? Closure property says that if we have two integers and while adding them, the result will also be a integer. Means if I'm having two integers, for the sake of example, I'm saying a plus b. A is also an integer, b is also an integer, and whatever the result I am getting, that result will also be a integer. Means a and b both are integers, and even after then adding them, what we are getting, that also will be a integer. So let us take some example for that. If I am saying a will be minus 2, minus 2 is an integer, right? So a will be minus 2 and b will be equals to 7, right? Now I want to add them, a plus b. So minus 2 plus 7. What is minus 2 and plus 7? One is negative number and one is a positive number. If one negative and one positive is there, we have to subtract them. 7 minus 2, how much? 5. And now we have to check the symbol. The 5 will be positive or negative. It will be positive because the bigger number is 7. And the symbol before 7 is, what is the symbol before 7 here is plus. So this 5 will also be plus. So we can simply write it as equals to 5. Right? So whether this 5 is an integer or not, yes, it is an integer. So closure property applies or is applicable in the case of addition. So what does the closure property? I'm repeating again. If a and b are two integers, so after adding them, the result will also be a integer. Very good. The next property is commutative property. Commutative property. What does commutative property says? Commutative property says that if we have two integers like a and b, so when we are adding them, we can add the both integers in any sequence. Like we can say that a plus b will also be equals to b plus a. It doesn't matter I am adding a plus b or I am writing b plus a, both will be same. Commutative. A plus b will be equals to b plus a, means they are interchangeable to each other. The answer will not be affected even though their place will be changed in the case of addition of integers. Take some example here. Example. A will be equals to minus 3, b will be equals to 4. Good. First I am writing a plus b. Check. A plus b. A plus b means minus 3 plus 4. Minus 3 plus 4 plus minus minus 3 minus 4 or 4 minus 3 1, and the 1 will be positive or negative. It will be positive because 4 is bigger. So our answer is positive 1. Now check b plus a. B plus a says that 4, value of b is 4 plus value of a is minus 3. So 4 plus minus 3. Why I am putting in a bracket? Because two symbols are coming together. So whenever two symbols are coming together, we need to put a bracket over here. So plus and minus. Again, the same thing is there. One number is positive, one number is negative. The answer should be minus. We have to subtract them. 4 minus 3, 1. Now check which number is bigger, 4 is bigger or 3 is bigger? Yes, 4 is bigger. What is the symbol before 4? 4 is positive. If no symbol is here, that means it indicates that it is a positive number. So 1 will also be positive. So whether they both are same? Yes. So we can say that in the case of integers or in the case of addition of integers, commutative property applies. One advanced level of commutative property is that associative property. Associative property. Associative property. Actually, this associative property is actually just the advanced version of this commutative property. It says that if I'm having three integers with me, like a plus b plus c, it doesn't matter if I'm adding these two first and then adding a in them, or I am adding these two first then adding c in the result. So this bracket indicates that we know that we have to solve bracket first according to BODMAS. So it says that we have to add bc first, then we have to add a in the result. Here it says that we have to add ab plus, then we have to add c in the result. Because commutative property also says that the sequence of addition doesn't matter. You are adding 4 plus 3 or you are adding 3 plus 4, always the answer will be 7. The same thing is here. Whether we are adding a plus b plus c, means b plus c adding first then adding a in that, or we are adding a plus b then we are adding c in that, the result for both of them will also always be same. Let us check it. Example: a will be equals to minus 2, b will be equals to 3, and c will be equals to 5. Okay, now let's check. First, a plus b plus c. A plus bracket b plus c. Okay. Then a means minus 2 plus 3 plus 5. Bracket indicates that I want to add 3 plus 5 first. 3 plus 5, 8. Whatever it is here, it will come as it is. Plus minus 2. Right? Minus 2 and plus 8. Plus minus minus 8 minus 2, 6. Which number is bigger? 8 is bigger. What is the symbol before 8 plus? So this 6 will also be a positive 6. Okay, no doubt. Now let us see the second part, that is a plus b plus c, in which I have to add a and b first, then I have to add c in the result. Substitute the values here. Minus 2 plus 3 plus 5 minus 2 plus 3. Plus minus minus 3 minus 2, 1. Answer will be positive 1 or negative 1? Positive 1, because 3 is bigger and the symbol before 3 is plus. So 1, baki what is left here? 1 plus 5. 1 plus 5 how much? 6. Are they both same? Yes, both are same. That means associative property is also applicable in the case of addition of integers. I hope these three properties are clear to everyone. The next property is additive identity. Additive identity. Additive identity says that if a plus 0, if I am adding 0 to any number, what will be the resultant here? It will always be that number itself, right? Or even if I am adding 0 to any number like 0 plus a, it will always be the same number. Means 5 plus 0 will always be 5, or 0 plus 5 will also be 5 itself. Minus 4 plus 0, if I am saying example, minus 4 plus 0 how much? Minus 4 itself. Or 0 plus minus 4 will be how much? Minus 4 itself. Because what if even though we are adding something in 0, if we are adding 0 to any number or we are subtracting 0 to any number, it will always be the same number, right? So it doesn't matter. Let me check, do we have left any property? Commutative, additive identity. Good. So these four properties you have seen in the case of addition. Now let's check which all properties are applicable in the case of subtraction also. How these properties are working in the case of subtraction. I hope do you remember that closure property says if a and b are two integers, then the addition of a plus b will give you also an integer. Now if we are checking for the case of subtraction, we can say that if a and b both are integers, then a minus b or the resultant after subtraction will also be a integer. Now let's check. Let's check whether a minus b will be a integer or not. Example, a will be equals to 7 and b will be equals to minus 3, right? A will be equals to 7, b will be equals to minus 3. A is also an 7 is also an integer, b is means minus 3 is also an integer. So a minus b that will be equals to 7 minus 3. We know that if two minus symbols are coming together, one is outside the bracket and one is inside the bracket, it will always become a minus b is always becoming a plus b. I have told you in my previous videos also. If you want, you can go and check it. 7 plus 3 how much? 10. Is 10 an integer? Yes, 10 is an integer. So we can say that closure property is also applicable in the case of subtraction as well as in the case of addition. Good. Now let's check whether this commutative property says that in the case of addition, do you remember that the interchangeability of the place, we were changing their place, right? A plus b was equal to b plus a. So let's check here whether a minus b will be equals to b minus a or not. Let's check it whether it will be there or not. Then let's take a is equals to minus 4, b is equals to 6. A minus b means minus 4 minus 6. If two numbers are there which are having the same symbol, minus and minus, we have to add them. 4 plus 6, 10, and this 10 will also be negative because 6 is the bigger one and the symbol before 6 is minus. So minus 10. Now let's check let's check b minus a. B minus a. B says that 6 minus 4, right? 6 says that b minus a says that b 6 minus 4. Now if two minuses are coming together, in the last example also I have told you if two minuses are coming together, it will become positive. So 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 how much? 10. And 6 is bigger, 6 is a positive number. Here 10 will be positive. Are they both same? Is minus 10 and 10 are same to each other? No, they are not same to each other. So in the case of subtraction, closure commutative property not applies or it's not applicable. Means a minus b is not equals to b minus a. Since the commutative property is not applicable, associative property will also not be applicable, because just 5 minutes before I have told you that associative property is just an advanced version of commutative property. The sequence of addition doesn't matter. in the case of addition. That is why they were following associative property also. But here in the case of subtraction, the sequence of subtraction matters, because if the sequence of subtraction changes, their answers also changes. You can see a minus b was coming here as minus 10 and b minus a was coming here as positive 10. So if the sequence changes, the result also changes. So these, we can say that in the case of subtraction, closure property works only. Okay. Now let us take some examples of NCERT question itself and see how we can use these property there. So now let's see the question number, example number 1 on the page number 9. It says that write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 3, difference is minus 5, difference is 2 and sum is 0. So we have to write down a pair of integers. Pair of integers means there should be two numbers. So I'm just making 2 dash here. If I want to do sum, putting a symbol of sum here, and the result will be how much? Minus 3. So first of all, you can imagine that two numbers whose difference is coming, whose sum or difference is coming as 3 or minus 3. Or you can imagine two numbers whose difference is coming as minus 3. For example, you can consider as 8 and 11. You can consider as 5 and 2. Okay, for example, you can consider as 9 and 12, whose difference should be 3. Okay, so I can take that 8 and 11. Okay, but what I need to do is that here is the symbol is positive, right? If I'm adding 8 plus 11, it will give me a bigger number. So I have to subtract them. So if I'm making any of these number as negative, I will do subtraction, because it says that if one is positive, one is negative, we have to subtract them. So now the thing is that which number should I have to make negative? Which number I have to make negative? Here the answer is minus 3. Minus 3 means the bigger number should be minus here. So the bigger number means minus 11 should be in minus. So 8 plus minus 11 will be giving you as minus 3. Remember that this mathematical operation positive should be there. Okay, this mathematical operation positive should be there. Now difference is minus 5. So again I am doing the same thing, making 2 dashes here. Difference means subtraction, and answer should be minus 5. Okay, so what we can do here is that we can find out two numbers who can give me a difference of like that minus 5, or we can find out a number whose two numbers who can give me a sum of 5. For example, 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Now 2 minus 3 will be giving me 1 or minus 1. So what I can do to add 2 plus 3, what I can do is in which I can add 2 plus 3. Can I do it something like, if I'm putting a minus symbol here, what will happen? Minus minus will give me plus, right? Can you see that? If two numbers are having the same symbol, there we have to add the values. 2 plus 3, 5. Which number is bigger? 3 is bigger. What is the symbol before 3? Minus. It will give me 5. You can take other examples also, 4 and 1. Even you can take the difference also. Like that you can do. Even if you want, you can write, even the easy number you can write like 4 minus 9. That also will give you minus 5. Check. 4 minus 9. Remember one thing, from if we want to subtract, or if we are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number, the answer will always be negative. If we are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number, the answer will always be in negative. If you want, you can do like that also. Look, 4 is positive, this is negative, plus minus minus. 9 minus 4, 5. Which number is bigger? 9 is bigger, and what is the symbol? Minus 5. So like that you can try to do. The difference is 2. Difference is 2. The same thing I will do again. First I will make 2 dashes here. Difference means minus, and answer should be 2. It's very easy. 3 minus 1, 2. 5 minus 3, 2. 7 minus 5, 2. 8 minus 6, 2. Any numbers you can write here. 8 minus 6, 2. Any numbers you can write. Now the sum should be 0. Sum should be 0. This is about additive inverse, which I have already told you in my previous videos. Additive inverse, what is that additive inverse? It says that if I am adding the additive inverse of any number, it will always give me 0. For example, if I am saying -7 and +7, it will give me 0. 4 plus minus 4 will also give me 0. Means one number should be positive, one number should be negative, and answer will always be 0. Okay, so like that you can try to solve exercise number 1.2. Before giving that, I want to ask you one very easy fill in the blank question. Like, for example, if it is like question is fill in the blank, and I am saying that 4 plus minus 5 is equal to dash plus 4. What number should be coming here? Do you remember commutative property? It says that 4 plus 5 or 5 plus 4 will be same. So what should come here? The answer should be -5, because 4 is already here. Like that. So you can, by using the commutative property, associative property and other things, you can just do these types of fill in the blanks also if it is coming. I hope you have understood my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Up to that time, let's say bye bye and meet in the next video again. Bye.